How can we define clarity? In other words, if we were to say something is clear, the experience would have to support the concept. And yet we don't always talk about something accurately based on the outcome of experiments. For the most part, people think of clarity based on their own subjective views. That is prejudice. Prejudice and selfish desire makes people feel as if their thoughts are clear. Such a thought is only clear to themselves, not to others. What is considered clear is something that is clear to everyone. Clarity should be based on both the experience and the rationale that are universally valid. It should also be beneficial for everyone. Only if these conditions are met, we can say this is clear. If everyone can agree that this action gave the most benefit to all in the given situation, then everyone would consider it clear. If such clarity, however, is tainted by prejudice or selfish desire, there will be no consensus. But there is an objective and straightforward criterion that is the greatest benefit to all. Whoever clearly understands that criterion will find the clearest answer. The further apart one's answer is from that criterion, the less clear their answer will be, limiting clarity only to oneself. You cannot cheat others with such a matter because when this criterion is applied, the result is revealed right away. Applying this criterion readily shows those who have been harmed or shortchanged. Therefore, we need to do our best to assess the situation as objectively as possible in order to ensure the least damage to everyone involved. When assessing the degree of damage, people often disagree on which factors should be taken into account and which should be dismissed. In other words, each person is making his or her own assessment. So taking all things into consideration, find a solution that is most beneficial to everyone. We need to apply this criterion as rigorously as possible because that is the clearest way. That being said, not everyone is able to readily recognize what is perfect or make something perfect immediately in reality. So it is rather amazing that we strive for perfection with our own set of given conditions. When you argue something is clear, ask yourself, are you following the criterion that I've just suggested earlier? Or are you overtaken with your own prejudice or emotion like, I am not okay with that or I don't want to hear that? For example, if you say, gosh, I get stressed when someone is talking about the Sewol ferry disaster, you cannot insist that your opinion is clear. The fact that you get stressed just hearing about the people talking about the Sewol ferry disaster is evidence you don't feel real empathy for the victims and their families. You haven't gathered the necessary information on its impact, which may also include the effects that the incident will have across the nation. Thus, once personal prejudice and greed kick in, no one, without exception, tries to reach the level of clarity that ensures everyone benefits. In such a situation, we only try to look for the level of clarity that suits ourselves.